Welcome back. You're watching The Agenda. Now, the city of Johannesburg has allegedly awarded a 149 million contract to Nigerian-linked company Korone Engineering for the rehabilitation of Lillian Ngoyi Street. Now, this follows a deadly explosion in July of 2023 that killed 15 people and left several injured. Korone Engineering takes over from Step Up Engineering, which was dismissed after issues with documents and a tax clearance. Now, the rehabilitation project is set to complete phase 1 by August of 2025, that is this year, and phase 2 by August of 2026 next year. We now welcome in studio Joburg Transport MMC Kenny Kunen, who joins us now. MMC, thank you so much for your time. I can imagine it's been a very busy morning for you on this front.
Thank you for having me. Indeed, it's been busy.
Yeah, so let's start with a progress report or a progress update. How far are we on getting all of this sorted out, particularly when we look at this project?
Yes, Step Up was not terminated because of tax clearance issues, because the process of appointing a company at JRA is quite intense. So when the contradictions happened between JRA and Step Up, and JRA terminated, I stepped in because Step Up went to court. And I understand that for as long as there's a court process, Lillian Ngoyi can be fixed. I stepped up and then I brought them together and they found each other. And that is why we're now able to appoint another company, or JRA was able to appoint another company, which is Korone Engineering, which has already started the work. So the work will be done by August, end of August 2025. That means Lillian Ngoyi will be drivable. People will be able to drive.
All right.
Then the second phase is more of cosmetics, to extend the pathways to make them look beautiful as part of the inner city rejuvenation project that we'll be embarking on a continuous basis.
I don't know what your assessment would be, but at face value for people that are watching this unfold right now, this might also be raising questions around the adjudication process itself, in terms of, was due diligence done to ensure that the people that are being put in place would first of all be able to do the job, but also to be able to raise those red flags at the time when it came to see that perhaps they're not being able to execute their duties properly and were not able to deliver on what was expected from them. What do you say on this front?
Due diligence is always done. Companies supply documents that prove that they have got technical capacity and financial capacity. The contradictions that happened were from both sides. So it was not the incapacity of Step Up, but it was both sides. We have financial challenges in the city. We could not pay on time. They lost project managers and so on and so on. There were delays due to City Power cables that were there. Who must attend to that? City Power wants to do it. JRA, Step Up wants to do it. So there were a lot of contradictions, both technically and from a process point of view. But in as much as process is concerned of appointee, JRA's process is solid.
But why, after so much money was already spent on this project? I mean, the EFF leader, Julius Malema, labeled you as lazy and incompetent for a blunder that saw public funds being mismanaged in a way. What would your response be to that, particularly when you look at the money that has been spent thus far and the project that still awaits moving forward on this?
The money that has been spent is for work that has been done. Work was done by Step Up. And so it's not like money was spent and nothing was done. Julius Malema is as ignorant as most people on Twitter. And let me deal with the lies that are on Twitter, of which Julius is guilty of those lies also. He said in the video that we are speaking about that I appointed a Zimbabwean company. Now, I don't appoint companies. There is a narrative that I appointed a Nigerian company, which is Korone Engineering, that is currently doing the work. Now, when you look at MFMA, and give me an opportunity to read it to you and the viewers. MFMA, it's a Municipal Finance Management Act of Act 56 of 2003, subsection 117 to 119. It says, councillors are barred from serving on municipal tender committees. Barred meaning prevented, stopped, not allowed. No councillor of any municipality may be a member of a municipal bid committee or any other committee evaluating or approving tenders, quotations, contracts, or other bids, nor attend any such meeting as an observer. It further says, no person may interfere with the supply chain management system of a municipality or municipal entity, or amend or tamper with any tenders, quotations, contracts, or bids after their submission. Now, I'm a councillor. The law says I am barred from being part of a procurement process after submissions. Once the companies have submitted their documents into the tender box, I cannot ask questions, I cannot interfere, I cannot ask, I cannot even go and be an observer. If I do that, the same officials will then tell you that I am interfering and will be labeling me as corrupt. Now the ignorant Julius, maybe because of pure stupidity, goes and says that I've appointed a company. Same applies to many on Twitter who say I've appointed a company. I don't interfere in the procurement process. And evidence is there. A company with Zimbabwean links was appointed. Do you think I would have done that? A company now with a Nigerian male and a South African female with a Nigerian surname has been appointed. Had the law allowed me to participate in a procurement process, Korone Engineering would never have gone through to the second round because of that Nigerian who is there. Although the Nigerian is a naturalized South African, is a citizen of this country, I would have not allowed it. I would have said, let us set this one aside. The Nigerian must go do business in Nigeria. Home Affairs policy and regulations allow foreigners to take advantage of these laws and participate in business that must be reserved for South Africans. That is why as the Patriotic Alliance, we are in politics so that we can be able to take over Home Affairs, but also take over the country so that we can put limitations